Okay, so yes, I am playing Minecraft. And there's a very specific reason, and it's because I've been looking for a reason to play Minecraft. But also, we got to see multitasking to its fullest extent. I don't know what's happening right now. I hope this audio sounds good. So yeah, like there's a couple reasons I've been wanting to do this. Man. Alright, so first I want to preface this with I'm lazy, so I do not feel like trying to edit this too much. So I'm gonna just try and kind of do this uncut. Okay, so that's the first thing. Besides that, I just needed to upload something because I haven't uploaded in like, I don't remember how long it's been. It's been like 4 months or something. Put up like 5 videos and then didn't post anything else. And I've been meaning to, and I've been thinking about doing Minecraft for a minute. And I just never really got around to it because I've been busy with other stuff. But my kidneys, and not my kidneys, my one kidney is absolutely aching right now because I have kidney stones. And so, even though I should be doing more responsible things, and I will later, because of how bad my kidney hurts, I'm like, I just don't care to try and do stuff right now. So I'm gonna just low key be chilling. Oh, I did pick it up. I was like, I'll pick up that magma crate. I figured, why not just record a Minecraft video? So I know a lot of people probably don't know. So this is a game called Minecraft. And it came out like a really long time ago. Basically, if you played this, you're kind of just old. Which is why I'm playing it. Also, it's actually not on a channel because the channel doesn't exist yet, but on a basketball channel that will soon exist, my business partner has expressed to me very plainly that in order for him to continue in business with me, I gotta practice my speech. So this is me practicing my speech in a very practical way because I simply just don't feel like standing in front of a mirror. Alright, so this is a world that my wife and I started a long time ago. I actually don't remember when we started this. Yeah, so this is the world and what we've explored. We spawned... I'm pretty sure we spawned up here somewhere. Oh, I don't have my cursor on. That's funny. Somewhere in this area, I believe. I am on front. That actually scared me really bad. I hate the sound of Amber Alerts. Yeah, we spawned in some jungle up here. And the whole reason we made this world was because we wanted to... No, here it was. Yeah, this is because that's a big old bamboo bridge that I built. We wanted to find a cherry grove biome. And we used the locate command and found one. Yeah, we found this tiny little one over here. This is very small. And then we went exploring and ended up finding nothing out there. We found this one where we're at now. See, much bigger. So this is where we ended up making our house. But where's the chat settings? Yeah, I don't need to see all this stuff. So this is where we made our house. Yeah, I do. And started just kind of working on it here. Now there are some mods installed. Probably saw that already. To my knowledge, it's been a minute since I've been on here. I don't think any of the mods affect this area, so I'm gonna just give like a quick little rundown of everything. So this is a little gazebo that she built. It's a nice little gazebo there. And then there's another house that she built somewhere. I don't know where that's at, but she built a house. Ow. Ow. Where's my elytra? Ow, ow. Okay, there we go. We're all good now. I don't want to do that. There it is. Okay, so, ow. This is a little... Man, why does it keep doing that? Alright. No more chat. It's gone. This is a little house she built. Cute little thing right here. She decorated the inside. Looks nice. Kind of small now that I'm really seeing it again. Cute little house though. Man, she went all out on this thing. Got the lanterns everywhere. So that's her house. And then over here is the house that I had built for us. Oh no. Oh no. I don't even play Minecraft no more. So this was our house, and it was never finished, unfortunately. Design was meh. It was okay. I'm not super creative, I ain't even gonna lie. Never finished designing the interior. Got some of up here. This was poor use, like poor design, poor use of space, in my opinion. The windows are nice though. I like that the windows are nice and big. This was the bedroom. Kind of empty still. Got the lights. I did actually design all that, worked all that up. Oh, there's no monsters up here. Nah. Yes, I got the attic all worked up here. The little closet area, so that part was kind of nice. And then, let's see, down here, got the kitchen in here, which is actually somewhat full of food. Got a little patio out here. These are her cats. The nice little patio area. Lighting could have been better. Too many candles. Big fire hazard. Can't have that. This is my favorite part of the house. This is what would be the man cave if it were done. Got the actual like light switch for everything. Did that work in here too? I don't remember. Yeah, it did. So worked all that up. Little guest bedroom, guest bathroom. And then this is also our enchanting and like anvil and stuff. Got all the books and whatnot. Yeah, it never finished down here either. Little backyard area. So we got the horses with the stable. Where's my, there it is. Where's my ability button? Got a skeleton horse. Pretty sure we have more than one. There's a lot of cats. Yeah, there it is. I think we have more than one skeleton horse. We got 3. So that's pretty fire. Over here we got the hot tub. I always wish there were like better ways to make hot tubs in Minecraft. Just like I don't like this. I wish that I could have done the magma blocks instead of the glass, so it would make the bubbles. Or even like soul sands, where there'd be the bubbles. I just don't like that the soul sand dragged you down, and the magma blocks obviously hurt you if you don't crouch on them. Just not a huge fan of that, but did the best I could. Now, I couldn't remember. So we got some pumpkins and melons here, a little scarecrow. This is the pumpkin melon farm, just kind of a couple farms over here. Basic necessities. Got some, whatever these bushes are. I don't even remember, honestly. Sugarcane, cocoa beans. Just normal stuff. Now in here, you may have already heard it. Got some villagers. So this is like a little shed workshop area. Got the villagers in here. Also a bunch of storage up here. So this is a lot of the storage areas. So pretty much whenever we needed blocks or any kind of material, this is where we came. And then over here, also hopefully it should be night soon, so you see. Did some work on the trees, put in some shroom lights. But right here we got the not horses, a couple horses, but llamas, cows, pigs, sheep, chickens, other farm animals. They're all over here. And then in here, got the butcher and the shepherd. Yeah, butcher and shepherd in here. And then why is there a random grass block? these are the things that you gotta know. This is their house. This is down here. There's something down here, but I don't remember what it was. So go down. Oh, it's just okay. Show that in a second. Yeah. I couldn't remember if there was another house or what, because I know there is another house here. I couldn't remember if that was it. So they are able to. No, they're not able to. I thought they could wander around and take care of the animals, but I was wrong. So they can't do that. But yeah, as you can, I'm stuck. As you can see here, got the shroom lights in the trees. So it's pretty lit up. Also got the path, obviously, as you can see, got the path going around here. But yeah, I got the shroom lights in the trees. I wanted to try and prevent monsters from spawning. See how well that went. Dang, that's a zombie villager. Kind of want to catch him, but I'm not in the mood to do all that right now. So tried to prevent monsters from spawning. Kind of worked out sometimes, but not always. This is our bamboo farm. A lot of bamboo. Use that for a lot of stuff. Actually, aside from right here, I'm pretty sure that the place is pretty much spawn proof. But then come down here, we got some people. Who is this? Honestly, wait. I think these people died. Nope. No. Okay, so we got the cleric. Yeah, I got the cleric and the mason. Yeah. Cleric and mason live here. We just have a bunch of villagers really to do the trades. I got some cobblestone generators here, but I mean, there's some stuff in here, but really just for the trades. This was it was a really long thing. This took a long time, so I did build this bridge. I'll fly off and show it. So, big bridge goes all the way down to the water. Yeah, on both sides. Over here, so this is a little mining area. Nothing super interesting down here. I personally just like mining out areas in caves and stuff, or designing mines with actual walkways and stuff, and having it designed where it's you would actually go this way to get to certain areas. So a lot of this area is like that. Obviously, this is the way that I came up earlier out of that nether portal. And then this extends, I think it's back here. I'm not going to get lost, but I'm pretty sure there's a path back that way somewhere that will lead to another area that I'm going to show you. And then, so, oh, there's a mob spawner here. Yeah, that's right. There's a mob spawner back there. We had some furnaces here. Come out this tunnel. This will take you down to the fisherman's house. So, not sure why there's holes there. Yeah, I got a couple. I got a fisherman and leather worker. Is that what you are? Yeah, fisherman and leather worker. Which also mentioned this is still 1.20 or 1.20.1 or something. I haven't updated the most recent version. Just because of the mods that I use, it would mess everything up, and I kind of like it. So if the mods get updated, I will switch versions eventually. But until then, I will be sticking with this version. So that's the fisherman's house, obviously down by the water. And then you come back up here. It's also important for me that everything be relatively connected, just because I like for stuff to be connected. So again, this is where that came out. Oh, I could put some shaders on. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's more like it. Oh wait, no, gross. I don't like these shaders. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like that a lot more. Just press some buttons. Yeah, that looks better. And I'm still getting really high frames. That's cool. So yeah, I got some fog now. This is nice. Okay, so this is a tunnel, if you couldn't already tell. I'm sure you were confused by that. Eventually, the plan would be to actually design the interior a little more and have it branch off. So it is kind of branching off there, but to have the interior more designed. So it comes out over here. So this is a little like farming village that I built. And the reason was because I've wanted to try and increase the amount of one of the crops, maybe not all the crops, honestly, but I was thinking there was like a specific one. It was probably wheat that I wanted to try and increase how much of that we were growing at a time. So I made the bigger farms here. Got all the so I got the jack-o'-lanterns up, but it's really just to again keep monsters from spawning. Got the well right here, but yeah, like you can see, there's no monsters spawning within the farm. They're all on the outside. What is that thing? That's not what I wanted. Where's my... Oh, it's a witch. I saw the top of the witch's hat glowing. I was like, what is that? Pretty sure some of these have some villagers in them. Do I know which ones? No. I think it's actually back here. So I was kind of proud of this, using the end stone with the sandstone, like the deep slate. I really like deep slate. It must be this one's got a fence gate, so that they can't leave. Yeah, so there's a farmer. I wanted to get just a bunch of farmers in here, but it can be difficult to get them to breed sometimes. Yeah, there's another one. Oh, that's a fisherman, actually. But got some of that. Random assortment of blocks there. Then, so that's just kind of the extent of this area. There's a phantom. Come back here. Oh, this is the library. I know I missed something. So this is the library. I'll actually show this. So this bridge, come on. So this bridge connects over here. Comes this way. I don't super love the design of this bridge yet. I'm probably going to change it eventually a little bit too, make it a little bit more interesting. I feel like it's just a little basic and almost a little out of place. That's the word, not out of the ordinary, but out of place. So maybe make it kind of fit the area a little bit better. So I tried to do this as like an Asian style library, and I feel like it almost hit the mark until it didn't. And if you see it from down here, it actually looks pretty solid. My wife also built this gazebo back here. Really fits. I like it. It's nice. Got some tables out there. So yeah, if you see it from down here, it kind of looks like it fits the vibe. Books all in here. There are some villagers. These are all the librarians just working on getting different enchants. So this one's got like feather falling, fire aspect. But then there's some other ones as well. Also got some cartographers in here somewhere. Is that you? Yeah, cartographer. Man, my kidneys hurt. Actually, it's just the single kidney. It is aching right now. Where is this villager at? I added the ability to go out here. I thought that was kind of nice. Nice little addition. I don't super love the way this works. The way that the what's that called? Stairs, but there's a word, it's like stairwell. But there's Prop 4 Infinity and Mending. That's the big one. Was we got Mending off of this villager. So that was the big thing with him. And then we go back over here. So this was where the path kind of branched off. And where does it go? I gotta be honest, I don't actually remember if it's even finished. That's the thing, is it may not even be finished. So I think the plan originally, the plan is to put rails on it. Oh, we made it. Wrong button. Yeah. Okay, so if I had thought about it, if I had one, I could have just taken a minecart down here. Yeah, alright, so we got this ancient city. So I do remember the plan is to make like an actual, like a train station. Nothing's been done to the ancient city, so I'm not gonna actually show anything from it. Other than that, I've cleared out a lot of the skulk. A lot, if not all of the skulk. And it took forever, and it was a whole big thing. And I accidentally summoned a ton of wardens. So it took a long time. But I did get that cleared out. So yeah, it would be like I'd make an actual like train station that would come down here, and then like rebuild this, like actually make it nice. And so that was the plan with that. That's gonna be a project, and I think it'll be a lot of fun because just like the color palettes and the fact that like it's an ancient city and having so much of it designed and being able to like repair it kind of, but also add on to it, I think would be a lot of fun to do. This one doesn't, so a couple different paths here, as you can see. That one will come out, it goes back underground into another cave structure that does come out at another village, but I don't know if I would remember how to get there. I must say I probably would not. This one is not finished yet, but I trust it more because while the entrance isn't finished, the actual thing here is. Gosh darn it! I don't have a boat, do I? Okay, so hop on here, and we are moving. No, come back. So, by far, the most efficient way to travel. Why these stairs don't match, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's been too long since I've been here. This comes out at another village. I am pretty sure this village is abandoned. Or there's a raid. No, there's no raid. It would tell me by now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like everyone died because of said raid. But it gets me close to over here. This way. So this, alright, this is where I'll start kind of talking about the mods. So, see, you got like a little water wheel. I used the copper there. I thought that was kind of a cool addition. Got some logs. If it wasn't obvious, if you couldn't kind of figure it out, this is a lumber mill. Oh, okay. Is that supposed to happen? I don't actually know. So this is a lumber mill. It is hard to see, and I have no night vision. So before I added in the mods, all of this was just vanilla Minecraft. So big old sawmill, you put the lumber in, you put your trees in, whatever. Also wanted the bamboo here so that you could get unlimited sticks. Once it grows up to a certain height and the observers see it, the pistons would activate. Pistons activate, and then it knocks the bamboo down, hopefully into the, what are these called, hoppers, which, you know, I bet that clock is for down here. Hoppers would come out, yeah, down to here. This is a vault. That's, the textures are all messed up because of the shaders, but that's a vault from the create mod. And then the vault would empty into a chest. So that was what that was all about. With the create mod though, I don't really need a ton of the like the vanilla redstone stuff because there's ways to do it without it. So eventually we get that changed. Now this leads to the steampunk area of the map. So there was a period of time where I was very interested in this, in like steampunk builds, that type of thing. I still am. I think it's really cool. I want to finish it eventually. It's just been a lot of work because I wanted it in a spruce forest. The issue was this was a savanna biome, so I ended up trying to kind of convert the area into more of a spruce biome. Using the trees, when you use 4 spruce saplings, it actually creates the podzol, which is super cool. But it's obviously a lot of work, as you can see. Now there has been a good bit done. I got another portal here. Got some guys here, and there are a couple of villagers here as well. That they're all trapped in there. I don't remember what they sell. Also had a smelter here, super smelter, for stone and stuff. And then we had this. I had this clock tower. It's kind of hard to see. It's pretty tall, but there's a clock up there. So that was kind of neat. And then got these little shops set up. So like this is a clothing shop, I guess you could say. There would be a villager in there. I think the plan was to kind of breed the villagers and then populate the area. So like that one was for clothing, and then up here, this was for food. There's a villager in there. So this was for food items. I'm pretty sure he was a butcher. And also had like a little market type area set up for like farming items like apples and potatoes. So there'd also be a farmer in there. This was a cool little building. This was the first one that actually incorporated the create mod. So as you can see, built this cool cogwheel here, also using the copper again. But what this actually is, aside from a way to smelt items for free, not have to use resources. Again, textures are messed up, but this is a fan that's blowing through soul fire, I think is what this is called. And then you could throw your items in here. And if an item required soul fire to be converted into something, you could do that and it would convert it. So this is an unlimited fuel source. Got a bunch of stalagmites, I think is what they are, right there. So the like thought process is that giant cogwheel out there would spin, which would turn these cogs in here. These are some more cogs, and it would create the fuel source if you are into lore type things like that. So unlimited lava sources up there, so that way you can smelt everything. That was also set up prior to setting up this. This is the first create structure that I made, this windmill. So that is powering the fan in there, and then this is a little add-on blowing steam out the back from where the lava's at. Cool little thing, little mine down there for when I needed to mine blocks. And then this was the first big create structure, I guess. So the building itself is just supposed to be like a industry type building. So going inside, I was pretty happy with this build too. I thought it was decent. So I put the McDonald's stone things on top. So this was the first. Which one was first? This one was first. I think this was the first one. So this is just kind of a little multi-purpose, I guess you could say, machine. So this is part of that. So right here, got the mixer, mechanical mixer. This was a millstone, which is hooked up to this, and then I was turned by that. This is a mechanical press that does things such as create. I don't have one in there. Creating things like the zinc ingots or like copper sheets. There's also iron sheets. So that's what that's used for. Water, because I needed water. This machine, though, this is the cool one. So eventually I want to replace the cobblestone. So all these broken textures are gearboxes, just by the way. So there's a backup right now, quite the backup. So what happens is, come up here. So this is simply just a cobblestone generator. These mechanical drills mine the cobblestone, which falls down. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a chute right there. So the cobblestone falls down into the chute. So there's two of them because they do two different things. This side takes the cobblestone and converts it into gravel. So it falls down into that chute, which goes into this millstone. The millstone then grinds the cobblestone into gravel. The gravel comes out here, comes on this way. And then the gravel goes in here when it has enough gravel and what's the other thing? Is it flint or is it iron? Iron ingots, I'm pretty sure. It will create andesite. And andesite is crucial for all this. So this side, it does a very similar thing where I'm stuck on a belt. Where it does create gravel again. It's got the chute with the millstone. I'll actually take these shaders off right quick. Yeah, get the textures not messed up. So that gravel comes in here, or the cobblestone rather, comes in here, milled into gravel. When the gravel is here, so this is another fan. This is just blowing through water. When the gravel lands here, it gets washed into iron ingots. So, or iron nuggets rather. So this is a tunnel, pretty sure that's what it was called. And it has a filter on it that will only allow iron nuggets through. That's why it just gets stopped here, doesn't keep going. So then there's also some that will allow the flint to come through. This side, so this side is only allowing iron nuggets, this side is allowing flint. So the flint goes into here, and so it's the gravel and the flint, put those together, and it comes out as andesite. I think I said something else earlier, but I was incorrect about that. It's because I'm ignorant and also just don't remember stuff. The iron nuggets come out this side, go up this belt into the chute where they drop down here, travel all the way over here, go through this tunnel, which when there is enough iron in here, which would be 9 iron nuggets, it will press the nuggets into an iron ingot, which will come out here. Now, why are there only 5? Because if there's not, if the chunk isn't loaded, and I'll have a chunk loader in here, then obviously it's not going to do it unless I'm close enough. So I could just do a chunk loader. This is supposed to be an elevator, which is extremely messed up. I don't know what happened, but the elevator is very messed up right now. Yeah, I might have to fix that. So this, normally it would just take you up here. This is where a lot of the bread and butter of this machine comes from. Again, I got some extra lava out here. This is to power something else. It's in the back, I'll have to check it in a second. Water wheels providing power. Comes, it sends the power here to some gear rationing. So that works the elevator, it works that first machine down there, and then it also works the mechanical drills and everything that was creating the andesite and the iron ingots. This is a crafter for making specific stuff. I honestly don't remember what. There's specific things in the create mod that require that type of crafting, and it's kind of weird. Yeah, so that's that. But then out back, there is something else. What was it? Yeah, so there's this, which is powering something. And I'm honestly not sure what it is. I'm going to have to fill that up eventually, though. If we come out here, oh, also right here, another place I never finished. So, cobblestone generator down there. Same as the one in the building. This was to make different types of cobblestone, so you see cobblestone is just going to that vault. Some of the cobblestone, though, is being sent out this way. It's like 50-50 or something. It's being sent out here, where it's being turned into stone with this fan, which has got lava with it, so it cooks it into stone, same way as a furnace would work. Some of the stone gets sent out to this vault over here, while some of it gets sent this way. This is where it would get turned into stone bricks, but I have not finished all that yet. As you can see, there's the shaft that would work the machine to do that. Then if we go out here, come on. So last little machine I got out here. This one's kind of cool. It's like I would consider like a mining depot. So right here is the drill that has mined. Get right there. it is mined all the way down, I'm pretty sure, to bedrock. So I'll come over here, random stuff in there. Right here, as you can see, it goes all the way down there, all the way to the bottom. One of the drills got destroyed, looks like, or messed up or something. So the idea was that I would move it around some, do different things. There's just some different ores in here. Yeah, just different things. That's really all this was. It was just kind of for fun. I just felt like testing out that drill. Wrong button. Nothing else out here, right? Another cherry grove biome, but nothing else there. Yeah. Come back out here. See if I can shoot this guy. Ow, ow. The answer is no. I cannot shoot that guy. Actually, this way will be faster. So come right here. So until I can actually get whether it's, I don't know, I haven't decided if I do like the blue ice, like railways, or if I do actual like rails with minecars and stuff. Some form of transportation that will be more efficient. I've set up some nether travel right here. So that came from the steampunk area. This is the one back to the Cherry Grove house. And then if we come out here, that one's just a random nether portal. But if we go this way, don't hit me. Ow. All the way to this portal. So this is the desert village. Pop through here. This is where it started. So if you're familiar with the Aether mod, you might recognize that portal. So this is probably one of my most proud builds. So I feel like it's only appropriate to start at the beginning. So this build starts here at this bridge, which is destroyed. Pretty sure I actually did this with TNT and creepers to make it like more realistic. So no monsters can spawn in this area. The only place, so I'll show you this. So it's an island, and honestly, at some point, probably develop most of this area, adding different stuff since it is all just one big island. Before I had this mod installed, the world map mod, you can see I removed a big chunk of land here, not realizing that it was all just an island anyway. There's also another village. So in this part, so this desert area, there is nowhere that monsters can spawn. In this little savanna area, there's a couple places, and eventually that will also be fixed to where just no monsters can spawn. So set up a little pathway here. This comes out. This was cool. I'll show that in a minute. That's a cool little thing though. But this comes out to this village. Did add the paths kind of going everywhere. So I'll show the village first. Fully populated. Villagers are everywhere. I think it's about 2 to 3 villagers per house. A lot of iron golems and stuff. Got the farms here. It's a big wheat farm, sugarcane. Also got some little carrot and potato farms over here. There's nowhere for the villagers to escape, so they can't just go wandering off. Like I said, no monsters can spawn, so they're safe. The golems spawn, but I mean, it's whatever. Got the little trees. So I took inspiration from really from like more Middle Eastern builds. Yeah, that would be, I would say, like the main area that I took inspiration from for this. So with these houses, I wanted to get it to where it was like they were kind of overlapping, like right on top of each other. So you got one house there, then you got another one already over here. Also, what was that noise? That sounded so... Oh, it's the cat. I was like, what did that sound? Also got a little well right here. Some more little farms in this area. This is a good example. So you got one house here, with a second one just right on top of it there. I tried to put as much detail around as I could too. I didn't want it to just be like right here is kind of open. There's nothing really here. At some point I might add in a little bit more detail in this area just so it doesn't look so empty and just open for no reason. There's a little spot here where you could come down to the shore, but again, can't go anywhere from there. Also, I don't know if you really caught this, but these are sand slabs. So using a couple of different mods. Where's the first one? So let's see, I did already mention the create mod. Also got, so this is create mod blocks here. Got those are also still create. A bunch of create mods, create mod. Okay. Got extended slabs plus, which adds a bunch of different variants of blocks in both slabs for blocks that don't normally have slabs. For example, like I don't want to pronounce that, like a cherry wood slab, as well as cherry wood stairs, and then vertical slabs and vertical corner. It calls it corner, but it's like stairs just rotated. But for a bunch of different blocks, it's got that. And then it's at the Aether mod. Got that installed as well for additional blocks and just some extra little fun stuff. Backpack mod. I think that's about the extent of it, right? Just hammers. Just hammers I installed. And animal feeding trough and nature's compass. But the hammers was to speed up mining, block creation, or block collection and stuff. You got the chickens over here. The feeding troughs, if you don't know, with that you can put, I don't know if I have any, do I have any, yeah, I don't have any seeds. If I had seeds on me, I could put seeds in here, like a stack of seeds, and the chickens would just eat the seeds and breed automatically. I wouldn't have to come through and do it for them. I got some little campfires here. This is from the create mod. These little logs, I've got some campfires. And then out here, so because this is an island, cut off from like mainland civilization, got some docks set up here for sailors to come in. Again, if you're into like lore stuff, that's just how my brain thinks. I'm like thinking that way. I'm goofy like that. This is a central trading hub. Sometimes there are villagers that actually do come down through here. But I got this set up. Oh, I guess I could show the little statue in the middle. A little angel statue built out of different blocks from different mods. Got some fish in the pond there, and the pond was like a fountain, I guess. So in here, this is actual like trading area. So got the fishermen here. So I tried to set up different shops with different like styles or themes in mind. So like, granted, some of these guys don't belong here. Like this butcher. So because there were so many villagers and they wandered around, and I used like the smoker, so he became a butcher. Didn't mean for that to happen. This is supposed to be the main fisherman, like trader in here. But yeah, like set it up with different things that you would use for fishing, or like just like the vines, like kind of swampy looking type of thing. The smoker was in there because you would smoke the fish. Leather worker in here again. Lumberjack because the crafting table. Some extra. There's an extra mod in here. I don't remember which one it is. It's like additional villager jobs. So there's a lumberjack with the crafting table. I don't think he's in vanilla, but this is the leather worker. Same thing, set up like the armor sand with the armor and then he obviously from the cauldron. That's where he gets his profession. But then got the dyes on the wall, as well as like different suits of clothing that he might have made. Got the Fletcher. I also tried to give the like different size shops to different people. So anyway, Fletcher, gotta have the target block, hay bales, that type of thing. Stonemason. This one was pretty cool. This is fairly well decorated. Different stones. I think this is actually all the stones that he will trade, if I recall. Take a look. Yeah, so he'll trade for different stones. Pretty much all right there. Anyway, yeah, I got the furnace set up. Cool little furnace design. Got the sawmill, or stone cutter rather. Let's see, this is another entrance. As you can see, put him a little chimney up there. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Engineer, another one of those custom ones. So he's not leveled up yet because he's kind of hard to do. He takes some specific stuff, but you know, set up some cool little things in here. I think it's the target block is what gives him his profession. Set up the daylight sensor just for fun. Then we got so this is the cartographer. It wouldn't fit on the sign, so I just called it the map maker. This is Henry. I don't know why he's called Henry, but his name is Henry. And then got some. I did think it'd be kind of cool to go around and set up a map, like a little map of the area. So you can see the island here. If I get out and develop the rest of this, might move it out to the corner, add some more maps. But I thought that was kind of cool. Woodland Explorer map. That's a little ways away, but you know, I thought that would be kind of cool to add that as well. Naturalist. This dude's cool. If he ever restocks, he sells some pretty neat stuff. Got the glow berries, different stuff set up. I've been using a lot of glow lichen as well to help light up areas. Got the lumberjack. This is Jimmy. He likes to give you 2 birch pressure plates for an emerald, and if you give him 1 birch pressure plate, you get an emerald back. So you know, he's got some pretty solid trades. Got the librarian, another librarian. Librarians are very valuable to me. Got fortune, 2 fortune actually. Interesting. Rather unfortunate, but interesting all the same. Comes out there. No stalls over here. This is right on the water in this corner, so didn't fit any there. Now right here, this is a very poorly designed boat. This is the epitome of sailboat. Also, hello friend. I don't know how you can see me, but he is my friend. Yeah, I just got a boat here. I don't like it. I definitely want to redesign it, make it look better. But out here, just got a bunch of like barrels, hay bales, furnaces, that type of thing. So these dudes picked up a bunch of professions. There's still a lot more that could be taken right there. Got the butcher shop here. Thought this was a neat little design. I don't necessarily love that you can't reach the butcher from here, but I like the design of it. I think it's kind of a cool little like cabinet-like design. Got a farmer as well, because you know, gotta have that farmer. You don't have a name. No, you don't have a name. Cleric, another cleric. I didn't really know what like the cleric would be. You know, it's like I don't know what like a cleric is, so I just designed it as like a hippie. And low key, he's just a hippie. Toolsmith, not done. This is not done at all, but do got a toolsmith there. Also got the Underworld Explorer, another custom profession. He's really cool though. He sells items from the Nether. So that was super cool. I really enjoyed decorating this stall or this shop. I thought that was a lot of fun. Super like fun way to do that. A lot of blocks to use, and then just a little upper terrace area here. It just goes all the way around. Nothing there. It's just, you know, you could hang out if you wanted to. Not all the villagers go to bed, but it doesn't matter again because monsters don't spawn. So out here, another area. I'm not going to go through all this. There's just a bunch more villagers. He doesn't have a profession yet, but most of them do. Some of them don't. This is another custom one. Ancient Explorer sells some pretty neat stuff. So he was cool. Just a bunch more stalls out through here. Another Underworld Explorer. There's some duplicates, like there's another Ancient Explorer right there. Yeah, so just different things. Right in here, and then got all that. The design for this was like desert village type of thing, but also like ancient, like Egyptian or like that one. This building I would say is more of like a Greek architecture type, but just that kind of ancient civilization type of style. This was, what was it supposed to be? I don't actually remember. This was some specific type of building that I included the portals in. Probably decorated a little bit more at some point. I did add this. I like this. I thought this was a cool little design. I don't know what you would call it, but I just thought it was like a cool little design. Kind of going down through all there, little grassy areas here to kind of mix it up, break the desert um, like texture, add in some different looks here and there. Same thing, a lot of glow lichen though in that area. Did build this. Oh, this is kind of a cool little design, kind of like I guess like a griffin would be I guess would be the most accurate description. Got a bunch of fish in there, a bunch of sea pickles. Sea pickles is also something I use a lot of. Got some llamas and allays. This just circles around to the boat. And then up here, got a couple of these statues. Thought they were kind of cool. I don't necessarily love that I designed them both the same. I thought I saw some phantoms. I don't like that they look very similar, but I mean, I thought that they were fine. So come down here, or up here rather. Little like temple. Probably do a little bit more designing in here. I like how it looks, but I don't love how it looks. Got a little like tomb. But I don't love it necessarily, but I do like it. I think it's fine. It's fine. It could be better, but it's fine. And then I did try to work a lot with the terrain that was already here, not adding a bunch of stuff, which is why like the stairs there, and then this is almost an awkward looking wall, but there's more stairs because the terrain is already here. Added in so much sandstone. Then we got more stalls here. So these are the idea is like the stalls and the shops in the trading hub are like the highest quality. Out here would be like next highest quality, a little bit lower tier, but still good. And then out in the market out there would be like low quality stuff. So got a miner right here, another underworld explorer, farmer, fisherman. I'll put the little signs up to help show. Those are also glow signs, so that kind of helps. Cleric? Pretty sure you're a cleric. No, yes. Yeah, cleric. Also got this out here just for funsies. No real reason, just for funsies. Campfires were also used a lot to help light up areas. Got a little shrine out there. That is pretty much done. The only thing I'm going to change with that is I'm going to put candles instead of the torches. But it's done. Got mason. Tried to mix up the designs of the tents as well. What's that? That's a lumberjack. Couldn't think of the word. I want to say carpenter. Lumberjack, shepherd, cartographer, librarian. I'll show that in just a second. Leather worker, naturalist, butcher, and engineer. This is actually kind of neat. So if you look out here, there's a windmill, and it is powering this building over here. So that stone building is being powered by this. How did you end up down here? And why? No. Darn it. Why are you down here? There's no block that would turn you into a fisherman. Interesting. Anyway, there's also a little smelter there for if I needed it. But this, I did design the inside because it was fun. It powers all of this building. So, oh, that's right. Oh, no, so I did use a sculk sensor, so it's kind of automatic. It will automatically close. Another machine here. So, what this one does, come up here. Cobblestone generators there. Oh, this just goes up to the roof. I'll just really quickly show that. Just roof access here. That goes to a furnace. So, cobblestone generator right there. It creates the cobblestone that will come down these chutes into this millstone, where it gets milled into, that's moving too, ain't it? That's moving fast. It gets milled into gravel. The gravel then comes down here into these millstones, gets turned into flint and sand. So the sand comes out this belt. Any clay that have any clay balls that happen to get created through the gravel getting crushed go through this one, this belt, and then any flint will just pass through into this furnace where it gets incinerated because I don't need flint. In here, as you can see, a bunch of sand. Right here's for the clay. Not a ton of clay, but you know, there's some. There's enough. I'm getting a bunch of text right now. Sorry. I could have paused the video, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't feel like it. Bunch of sand for over here. I've been using a bunch of it. I think I was making sandstone. Something, but yeah, so I got a good bit of sand. And then it makes the sand quickly, so that works out. And then down here, this is where it runs from the windmill over to here. This is where all that is set up. And then this little back door here. If you wanted to come through there. Yeah, so monsters can spawn over here, but not in the rest of the area. If you wandered over. So then right here, we're nearing the end of the tour, I promise. Over here, got bunnies and killer rabbits. I got a brown bunny. Got some brown ones. That's cool. Got some killer rabbits in here. Some killer bunnies. Got some more chickens, cows, and sheep. And then, so this is the automatic villager breeder. Is this still active? I don't know. It has to be, actually. So automatic villager breeder, which would send the villagers out. Initially, I was using that to send them into the stalls out here to make it easier. That's why there's the rails. But all the stalls are filled, so now if any more come, they just get sent out. And then this is a library. I don't know how I feel about this. Even this day, I don't know how I feel about this. It's alright. I think I like the fact that I tried something new and really wanted to try and create like a really cool looking library. And I feel like I could have hit the mark, but I just kind of missed it. Also, enchanting table here, and then just a bunch of librarian stalls. So for specific enchants, which are the ones up here that I was looking for. So I've got another mending, and just different books out here, different stalls and stuff. You can come out here or come up here if you wanted to read your book in private, I suppose, in silence. And then here, this has been the most recent project. So this is going to be a sugarcane farm as well as a kelp farm. Pretty sure is what it is. Yeah, so it's set up, it's just not finished. You see the kelp is coming down. It comes into these vaults where it comes out here. Got some sugarcane. The kelp is actually cool because it gets turned into the blocks. So the kelp that comes down, it gets cooked, goes through as the dried kelp, crushed into a block where it comes out, goes into the vault, which goes into the chest. This is powering all that. It's set up. I just got to finish designing the actual building, but the function works. So then out here, this is because I needed a space for a bunch of aether blocks. So I built this birthday cake out of aether blocks, actually, in different. So this is all aether materials, aether items, things like that. Yeah, it just is like a birthday cake, like a burning birthday cake. I don't know why, but it does. And then last couple of things. So this is another kind of big project that I want to finish one day. So it's supposed to be just a really big house. So dark in here right now, but when the sun goes down, the daylight detector will switch on and it will power all those lights. It's just a really big project, and I don't know exactly how I want to finish it and like how I want to finish designing everything. But that's what I got there right now. Over here, this is pretty fun. I enjoyed doing this. So this is like a little area to kind of go and hide away at. So I got like a little picnic table down here, picnic area. Monsters can't spawn down here. Got the trees, it's all lit up and everything, and obviously the fish and stuff. It's just a nice little area to kind of go and hang out at. But I enjoyed creating creating this. It was fun. And then the last thing is this building over here. So for some reason, I don't know why, but it messes up. And I think because I'm pretty sure I designed it not using create mod mechanics. And so I could probably do it better with create mod mechanics. But what this is a jukebox. So a bunch of discs there. So that actually wasn't the block I meant to destroy. But what happens is, great. Where did that go? So what would happen is, open up a little bit of inventory space. Take a disk. Take another one. And that. So you could throw these in here. Oh, that's right. So I do remember that now. Okay, yeah, so it's set up to where it won't move the disk forward while the redstone's active, which happens when there's a disk in there. After the disk finishes playing, it gets taken out from this hopper, which moves into this dropper right down there, sends it into this water, and there's soul sand at the bottom, which pushes it up into this hopper, into the chest, and then the whole thing just repeats. For some reason, it gets messed up to where it just does not want to keep pushing the disc through, but it was a fun little design. So yeah, this has been my favorite area, at least as of late, to just kind of chill and hang out. Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of work to design it, but it has just been a lot of fun to build it, and then just kind of get to like hang around it and experience it, I guess you could say, just to like just be around here and like staying in the different houses. Like, it's weird, but it's an enjoyable experience. It's kind of away from everything. So it's been fun. But yeah, so I needed to make this video to upload something onto the channel. So I would like to be able to do more of a series of actually continuing the builds around here. And so yeah, hopefully see that happen.